are you? Thank you for being here. Today I'm going to show you some of the books I have from my earliest childhood. Most of these were gifts from my grandmother, who was a librarian. She was a children's librarian, and she gave all of her grandchildren books every year for Christmas, every year for her birthdays. That's what we got from Grandma, and a lot of them were signed by either the author or the illustrator. So without further ado, enjoy this look at my children's books. I'm going to start with the books that are not signed. These, everybody knows Goodnight Moon. This one was a major part of my childhood. I remember it so very well. Richard Scarry's best word book ever. Looks like I can't quite fit this all in the frame, so I will move it around. Everyone my age knows these illustrations. We're familiar with Richard Scarry. This book is not signed, but again, it is one I had in my earliest childhood. Yeah, I'm not sure if my grandmother gave me that one or if my parents just bought it. Another one that I absolutely loved, was One Monster After Another by Mercer Mayer. A little girl writes a letter to her friend and puts it in the mailbox, and it gets kidnapped, it gets stolen. And one monster steals it after the next monster, after the next monster, and so it eventually makes its way to where it belongs. The next two I have that are not signed are Owl at Home by Arnold Lobel. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Owl. He was just so silly and innocent. Really great stories for a young child. And next, the classic everyone knows, Frog and Toad. Frog and Toad Are Friends. Again, not signed, but you know, the classic. Everybody knows these illustrations, everybody knows these characters. They're just delightful, really wonderful. I discovered when I was going through these that I have two that don't belong to me. They actually belong to my sister. And this is one of them, Dawn by Yuri Shulevitz. I believe he did mostly watercolors, at least it's watercolors in these, and this one is signed to my sister. And you can see just how beautiful these pictures are. They're really, they're just gorgeous, so pretty. And the next one is Light by Donald Cruz. Again, this one actually belongs to my sister. And yes, I will be getting these to her, assuming she wants them. I think she will, but you know, I'll make sure. The art is very different from the last few, but it kind of glows. It's so pretty. Next, these are in no particular order. We had The Legend of the Bluebonnet by Tommy DePaola, and yes, it is signed. This, we grew up in Texas, so this was a big deal to us. And Tommy DePaola's distinctive artwork, and it is a retelling of, as it says, The Legend of the Bluebonnet. Next on my stack is The Little Wood Duck by Brian Wildsmith. This one was signed to me, and I think it's funny over here. It looks like one of us tried to sign it too, which amuses me. This remains one of my favorite art styles and illustration styles, and I think it's probably because I had this book from when I was so very young. Next is Over and Over by Charlotte Zolotov with pictures by Garth Williams. This tells the story of a year, again it is signed, a year in the life of a little girl. It's very Western-centric, very Christian-centric, but it is appropriate for children who live in the West and who are growing up in a Christian home to learn the holidays that they will be celebrating and the seasons as they pass. The next one I have to show you is Pinkerton Behave, Story and Pictures by Stephen Kellogg. And I just love this signature with Pinkerton in it. And this is a really, really fun story. You know, Pinkerton is, he's a little confused about what he's supposed to do when he's commanded to do something. But it all works out in the end. And really, really fun, really, really sweet book. Another one by Yuri Shulevitz. This one is actually mine. Rain, Rain Rivers. Again, with the beautiful watercolor pictures. Yeah, signed to me. And you can see these gorgeous watercolors all about rain and what, the puddles that form when it rains and how animals are affected by the rain, etc. Moja means one by Muriel Feelings and pictures by Tom Feelings. And this one is signed by the illustrator who made some of the most beautiful pictures. I am not sure if I don't know enough about art. Maybe somebody in the comments can tell me. These pictures are just gorgeous. And basically this is a counting book in Swahili, 1 to 10. And I just love those pictures. They're so, so pretty. Next is On Market Street by Anita Lobel with pictures by Arnold Lobel. And this is an alphabet book. And each page shows a character made out of something that starts with the letter for that page. And since my name started with an S, it was signed to me with shoes for S, which is what the character for S is made out of. More Arnold Lobel, Fables by Arnold Lobel. I'm fairly certain, yeah, it's signed. I'm fairly certain that these are original fables. He wrote them himself. They're not the classic fables that we know, the Fox and the Grapes and all those. These are new ones that he wrote for himself. The last Arnold Lobel is Grasshopper on the Road. And Grasshopper is he's as much fun as Owl and Frog and Toad. But, he just decides one day he's going to see the world, so he gets up and starts walking down the road, and he meets all kinds of interesting characters. Lots and lots of fun. And last is The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. I think I was a teenager. I may have already been in college when my grandmother found this in a closet somewhere, and she had lost it when she intended to give it to me. And I wasn't sad to get it at all. It didn't matter to me that it was a book for children much younger than me, because, who doesn't love Eric Carle? Such a great book, such great art. Everybody loves this stuff. So that's it. So I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Did you enjoy any of these books when you were a child? Did you receive books as gifts from someone special? Do you still like to receive books as gifts? Do you like to give books as gifts? Do you have any signed books? Those are kind of special. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you'd like to see all of my content, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to make sure you don't miss anything, please hit the little bell icon next to the subscribe button. And you guys have a really, really great day. Thanks. Bye.